got to dating way better, closer all the time, closer to a lot of the people that I match with. Things are going to get so much better. No, it doesn't matter if I work in Norway or if I do it to people. It's still the same. It's still low effort, very low effort. It's boring. I'd rather just like hang out with my friends. Or never.
Nobody cares.
This one is my dating avoidant. Tell me if I am accurate. Okay, dating avoidant is dating someone you feel you have a real connection with, but you're actually dating an unlocked character in a video game who only has 3 superpowers. The power to make you fall in love, that's number 1, right? Number 2, the power to give you no sense of trust, and the power to give you no sense of safety. That's what an avoidant does, right? That's their character, and the only way you get to unlock that character is the more control you give them, and the less control you have.
Men are still saying the same thing and doing the same thing that they said 20 years ago when I was on the dating scene, like nothing has changed. The ones that don't actually
Oh, you have my total attention now. I'm not quite sure if I've got yours though. Hello?
I'll heal and hide you to a barn door yet.
Of course.
You and that dribbling piece of a scion. You want to keep it so bad, I'll harness it right up your...
We're talking about the artifact here?
Damn straight we are, right up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This piece you say. Where's the rest?
Miss Natler put Pierre DuPont on that trail.
And where is that?
Ha! You ain't fast enough for him.
So you think all this talking is just holding me up?
I don't know where his little jackrabbit frog legs are running him to. You'll have to ask Miss Natler.
Thank you. I will.
Good? Great. Real men of genius. So, regular rate, you get that on the average rate, so, but no surprise with how much they rate it. About Meghan. Now, I know Meghan Markle is married to, I believe, Prince Harry. In every sense,
Relocated now to Francis' Folly, Temptations Torment
I
Me.
want to discuss this.
And thus with him is peace the Atlantean skill.
They can't believe
Independence divided and
all
shaken
the racism and slavery and all of that stuff. And like said, watching this fight.
Powers beyond the creator himself.
I Black women were so happy about it because it represented the fact that finally they became something. And Meghan Markle, even though she's gay, it represented a change to the old guard, right? Now, this is important because I want to teach on my shows. I got to teach. You know, I'm over at California Technical University. I'm a professor. So I got to build it up. The moment that you or anybody is black, except clones or other groups, I don't care if things are Chinese,
I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're Portuguese. It don't matter. Nobody respects you. Okay? Princess Diana, they loved her, even though she can barely even graduate high school or college, because she is at least, I think, Scottish. She's one of them. But they don't want you there, usually, when you're something different. Because you represent a change to the aristocracy or to the phenotypical DNA of what the UK should look like. Despite that, Meghan Markle continued being celebrated. Okay? And then she came out with this particular show called With Love, Megan. Okay? Now, this show is getting worse and worse and worse. It has brutal reviews. People don't like it. It's damn bad. And, now people don't even want to watch it. Folks are saying that this series may be in jeopardy. All right? And if you can look at what her standing is right now in the UK, she's getting, people really hate Meghan Markle for whatever reasons that it could be. It could be racist reasons. It could be whatever. They don't like her. So her approval rating, and as a couple, it goes less and less every year. All right? And so now this down badass show is about to get canceled, most likely. It also represents what people feel about her in general. And this is the case that most blacks get and go through when you try to go into somebody else's community that don't want your ass there. They don't show you that they don't want to deal with you directly. They show you that they don't want to deal with you based on your numbers and your support. That's the good way of them teaching, right? And in the case of Meghan Markle, she was supposed to basically be able to get all these black women to watch these tired ass shows, and her anxiety, and again, after a few years of all this suffering, is down bad. But what people forget is just because you marry interracially, you still got to be competitive. And now, once you get out of your own comfort zone, which is your own communities, you got to compete with the world, right? And I want blacks to understand this. Once you say, I don't want to be in the black American community no more, I don't want to be in the Nigerian community anymore, I don't want to be in the Pan-African community anymore, I want to be with the world. Good. Because are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox. Just sign up for Microsoft Rewards, then search, play, and shop on Edge, Xbox, Bing, and other Microsoft products every day. You'll earn Microsoft Rewards points, which you can redeem for digital Roblox gift cards. So what are you waiting for? Get started now at rewards.microsoft.com. Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us in our next investor webinar. Drill deeper into our 9% interest rate market and how our company is investors. Phoenix Energy goes oil and gas operator close to facing one of America's top producing regions. We are now right alongside Commissioner Reliance, Phillips, and EOG. Plan to continue rising the rankings. Our daily production rates have risen as high as 18,000 barrels of oil per day. We've sold more than 4 million barrels. We're just getting started. We don't see the rules of frequent. Less than one of fund offerings. Investment capacity. 5 or 6 months. Let's see the guide details. Today. Because now you're competing against everybody, all right? And I'm going to tell you right now, people going to love Taylor Swift and her show for Meghan Markle. I don't care how Meghan Markle did. How good she is. If they mostly white that watch it, that's what's going to be. And a lot of times you get out of your own comfort zone, going to try to be around people who don't want your ass there. They just don't. This is one of the reasons why you see people like Myron and some of these other dudes, black conservatives, they get around whites, and they'll even be agreeing with them, bigging them up, arguing for on their behalf, and these same people start disrespecting them, calling them the N-words. You want to know why? is because you don't make white people cover no ground. You don't make them defend no sort of territory. Now, the problem is, when you're somebody black and you have your own stuff going, even if you're not as competitive, if you have things going in the grassroots, you don't need whites. You still need everybody in the country, but you don't need them as much. So people only respect the territories they got to defend. Let me just say, for example, Tariq Nasheed drops, they hidden colors. Okay? If Tariq drops hidden colors and a white producer who don't have that same fan base drops them, that white producer or non-black producer has to outspend much more money to compete with Tariq Nasheed's grassroots audience. This is why Tariq Nasheed can raise $1 million and not have a huge following or huge, big following like some other people. His following is so active because he makes people cover territory, ground. And you gotta respect that. Same thing with Corey Holcomb. He make people cover ground. He ain't gotta go to Netflix. He ain't gotta go to all. He can make you cover ground just by coming on once a week, operating within his lane. He might not be $1 billion person, but he got enough money, enough opportunity, enough collaboration within the black world. He don't need nobody else. Like, it's enough money in what he got. He can say, I don't even want it. I don't want it. Corey Holcomb can actually most likely make more money. If he wanted to, he can make thousands of dollars more. He just don't quite feel like it. But the opportunity is there. Now what Meghan Markle was trying to do is lean into a white side that don't like her, and now what does she got to do? Well, this Netflix deal, once it goes down, because remember, Meghan Markle was never a very popular actress. It's not like she's Beyonce married away. I mean, you basically got hot on the bed of somebody else. So now you got to defend her own territory for that bad. So now what does she got to do? So now she's thinking about doing something else with lifestyle. She might be looking into going into fashion. She might be looking into going into alcohol. She might be looking at doing different things. Well, because you never had a fan base anyway. The only thing you had to offer was that you married Zaddy. Okay? Now the world is over the fact that you married Zaddy. Now what other value do you have to the world? Again, you're not competing in a black space. You're not like Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry is mixed, but her identification is more black in comparison to Tamara Mowry. So again, Tia Mowry forces people to cover more ground. Brands gotta respect it. Her identity is black women. So and that's never gonna leave. If Tia Mowry would have married a white man and not Corey Hardwick, she would have been done. Her specialization has protected her all these years. Right? And a lot of y'all think that if you go and marry somebody white, that you actually protecting yourself. You actually, in many cases, limiting yourself because white people gatekeep more than we do. Okay? That's why you talk about redlining. You talk about job discrimination. That's why the city of San Francisco apologized for how blacks were being treated out there, being discriminated against, no job opportunities. That's gatekeeping. So the worst thing that a black person could ever do is find themselves in a situation where they are gatekept by a whole other community. Only few people can get away with it, like Byron Allen, Jamie Foxx. But they are already rich. But Meghan Markle, she didn't have enough pull in her career. She didn't got enough pull. So Meghan Markle, by default, is going to have to live off the fact that she's Zaddy's wife, and the people don't like the fact that she's Zaddy's wife because she's not fully white, and they ain't gonna support her no more. And then she ain't never developed and became good and cared anything about what the audience wants. In a lot of ways, I see you swirling. I'm gonna get me a white man, and everything gonna be okay. No, it's not. I don't know who to lie to your ass. No, it's not. I can tell you right now, I done lived amongst white people all of my life. I don't have no problem with white people, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they'll never give you what your own community can give you. It's hard working with blacks. I'll tell you that. It's hard as I don't know what. But your opportunities are much better because you understand working with blacks. They don't as much. That's why you see all these people like Master P get rich, No Limit. We see the Birdman and Cash Money. We see the E40 with it. So you already see when people specialize in their own niches by country, by city. In hip hop, we didn't see them. You really got to look at the UK guys. The UK guys used to want to rap like Black Americans, and it was getting basically nowhere. They started rapping like themselves, and now look, you got Drake out there stealing their stuff. Because anywhere you develop your own stuff, people start to support it. Because it grows. People like it when you develop your own stuff. They respect it. But what people don't like is when you try to go out there and basically believe that you're going to get put on in somebody else's community, and it's never going to really happen. Even if you get rich, you'll never own it. They'll let you own it. Bill Cosby tried that, as y'all say. And what happened? Stay in your lane. All right? And Meghan Markle is no different. Now she has to cover ground, has to run around and try something else. But and I can guarantee you, you will have whites that have a show that's even not even as good as her, and they can still be there. That's the fundamental difference. These white people are not going to save y'all. I'm telling you that from the bottom of my heart as much as I can, and they are not going to save you. Stop looking for them to save you. It's not going to happen, Kevin. It's just not. Stop looking for that. Now, it's okay to be in an interracial relationship. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to understand that just because your husband or wife is Caucasian or non-black, that does not mean, listen to me when I'm preaching, that they community going to That does not mean that their country don't have a problem. They can smile right in your damn face, tell you how much they love you, they think you're a good person, and at the same time, they don't want their kids to do nothing like you. Not everybody thinks like that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And if enough people think like that, they'll gatekeep you. I know that. I done been gatekept here as an American. Not necessarily by
hell no.
God himself, but I've been gatekept by that sort of mentality.
You pay royalties? I don't know.
So I understand gatekeeping and its effects on people. So guys, what do you think you should go shake Jackson? Back at it again.
They're not taking no black man, no bloodline. Hell no. I don't know what else she thought she knew.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through Hims.com, you can explore a range of options that work best for you, so you can grow visibly thicker and fuller hair in just 3.
With that murderous bloodline he with, that he's born into, hell no. I don't actually know what to do here. I can't jump up there. Not the way I thought I could get up there. I thought this was it. This was the way to jump up. There's something here, and this is something here. Like, what is going on here? I can't do nothing here. Well, this was a way in a door up there on the other side. So I don't know. No.
Where's the today? to keep him on his toes. And it might be controversial, but do I care? No. I'm honestly looking forward to see how he utilizes his time so that I know if I'm wasting my time. Like, why am so unprovoked? It wasn't provoked. There were things leading up to this one moment. Maybe it wasn't the exact moment that led to this, but I wanted to make sure that my boundaries were respected and loud and clear, and that he was being transparent with his intention with me and respecting those boundaries. I don't know how long I'm gonna hold this breakup, but you know, I'm gonna love or not. No vacation, no contact.
They get online with this shit. I don't believe it, man. This is laughable. They get online. Yo, they just tell you what kind of person they are.
If something's gonna happen in this time of our relationship, the best time to see what's gonna happen is in this moment. If I break up with you, how are you gonna react? Are you gonna fight for me, or are you gonna go lost? You know what I mean?
It's laughable how they do
Because
that
a man,
to
if they want to, they will at the end of the day. And this man, you know, my boyfriend tells me all the time how much he loves me, I'm his wife, the list goes on like a little AK. And that's fine. I love that. You know, I love that I'm valued and I'm loved. But I really want to see if it's intentional, if he's actually serious, and especially before we go 2 years of our relationship, like, you gotta keep him on your toes. If I've never broken up with you before, how do you know?
There's nothing where I can get up there.
So if he's afraid to lose me, either he's gonna stay
And I know it's always
play
get up there, but I
and
don't
go
want to
above and
see it.
beyond, or he's gonna slip up and go for other bitches and run the streets loose. And that's totally fine too. I don't really care. I was being single. And I'm not really impacted by
This start to the video.
So either way, but I'm not gonna have my time wasted. And if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens. It's only day one. I broke up with him via text, and yeah, like he's been feeling it, but I haven't responded.
I would have thought this was the one.
I sound crazy right now because the trail and the lines. So I feel like I got an insane list right now. So pardon me, but this lady sounds absolutely insane. You're telling me you broke up with him to keep him on his toes because you want to know how serious he is, basically. You want to know if he's going to win for your love. You guys to be together. And so,
that ain't it, then what is it?
One thing that I think we need to point out and understand when we see people like to run to the internet and disclose all their personal business and typically want to do this sort of thing, is understand this. Many of them are clueless on what a healthy relationship looks like and where to even begin when it comes to actually creating one. And so what they do is they'll just do random stuff because they don't know what healthy relationships actually look like. They only know what they've seen usually coming from their broken background or the people who they communicate with, their friends. And imagine her saying, "Yeah, I'm going to break up with him to see how much he loved me." Yeah, girl, that sounds like a great idea. You should do that. You should go ahead. Yeah, we're going to find out if he don't fight for you after you break up, then you know he was out here not really in love and wanted you. That's the delusion. That's the delusion that exists. Rather than we're her words. You don't gotta make up anything as far as things go. She said, he tells her that he loves her. She said she feels valued. He speaks on her being his wife. But because of whatever insecurities or uncertainties she has with feeling if he really respects and understands her boundaries, whatever that means, she's going to break up with him so then she could see better how much of those boundaries he actually respects. Listen, relationships aren't rocket science, but sometimes I feel like people need to at least go to a class or two before they jump into one, because the things people do and think that it makes sense is absolutely wild. I don't think there's anything wrong if you're breaking up with someone because you feel like they don't respect your boundaries enough. But then why also at the same time you keep that person in front of mind when it comes to when you're going to take that person back? How long you're going to hold out before you decide that you want that person back, if they're worth having back. And so many women, what they enjoy doing, and this is what guys got to watch out for, and this is why I can't let him off the hook all the way either, because he's over here talking about how he want to make her white. He sounds like a guy who needs to work on his assessment skills when it comes to choosing women. And it may come from a place of not seeing himself as valuable enough as a man because he hasn't done the work on himself yet. And that's the danger of men getting into relationships before they're ready, before they have that confidence in who they are, or before they establish who they are to a point where now they won't allow women to manipulate or treat them as certain type of ways because he values himself enough to know if a woman is going to let him go after the way he's been treating that particular woman, and she wasn't worth it in the first place. But you got to have that confidence in yourself first as a man to even think that way. Without it, then you allow women like this to control you in these type of situations, because some of them like to play games. They like to play games where they'll do this because that's what this is. This is game playing. Either you're with the person or you're not. But the back and forth as far as you're going to show him is
I
uncalled
believe
for.
this
It's
is wrong with me
childish.
acting like this. Act like kids.
There are better ways, more healthy, more intentional ways, where if there are issues in a relationship, where people can be better, there are better ways to go about it rather than being manipulative and childish in order to get a result. And that's what she's doing. But if you don't know what the hell you're doing because you may have not seen it enough from your past, or you just think you know more than what you actually know, then yeah, you'll do things like this and think that they make perfect sense. Because here's the thing. Let's just say, hypothetically, her plan worked. He'd been texting her. He missed her so much. He'd do whatever it takes to get her back. She went. She get her wish. She felt like now she's more appreciated, whatever it is. Is that the caliber of man who really sees himself in such a light where he values who he is, where he would allow himself to be manipulated like that by a woman who he been pouring into, talking about building a life with, but she want to play games? Is that the kind of man who actually should be leading in a relationship? Or is that the kind of man who she'd be glad to have because she knows whenever she wants to, she could be the lead. She could take over. And so when I see situations like this, it's very clear on what women are really looking for in the caliber of men that they choose to be with, whether they want to admit it or not.
No one will give you more advice than a boyfriend who wants you to be his wife. And that's the truth. When a man is serious about you, he starts talking like he's planning a whole journey. He'll be like, babe, don't spend that money saving it. Or, babe, maybe you should look at this career move. Or, babe, you need to take care of your health. It's not controlling, it's not controlling. It's him wanting to build something solid with you. Because husbands think different than boyfriends. A man who just wants a good time, he won't care what you do with your life. No. But a man who sees you as his wife, he's already thinking about building a home, building a family, and protecting his investment. And the funny thing is, you'll notice his advice starts sounding like love. Like he's not just talking. He's trying to make sure y'all both win. So, yeah. Pay attention to how a man speaks into your life. Because the right one,
I'm not supposed to come down here
flirt with you.
or up there.
He'll guide you,
come from up there.
cover you, and want the best for
I can go
you.
over there.
That's the difference between a boyfriend and a future husband.
Listen, she's absolutely right, but it's only going to sound like that to a woman who's healed herself from whatever trauma she may have had from her past, who respects and understands how men operate and don't see him as being controlling or a narcissist or whatever she wants to label him as in order to justify her not listening. Because a man has to first verbalize his vision, what he sees with the woman. Then he has to put the action forward to prove that his words aren't empty and hollow. But many women can't get past the verbalization phase because they think that that's control. They think that's a man
God dang.
telling them what to do. Rather than her cooperating, she would be combative, thinking that his intentions are selfish, when in reality, he's actually thinking about what's best for the both of you. And this ties back to the woman in the first video, who thinks that it's actually better to play mind games with the man rather than actually listening closely on if this man is talking about a future he wants to have with you, and then watching his actions when it comes to watching how this man puts that plan into motion. But to even be able to grasp what that is and how to identify it, you have to know where to begin and what to look for. And you're not going to be able to trick your way into being able to have a successful relationship.
I'll go buy the craziest touchdown.
Jesse Titans, usually seemingly on
Texas snags, they start flying like double pop. What's a play like that do in the long run?
man, it's everything.
Is it? Where's Shaq? Is Shaq available? Yeah, because he's not going to say it's everything. Well, if he did say it, he'll go. New customers bet $5 to get 300 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket with YouTube TV. The crowd of sports.
Everyone seems to be interested in why I'm getting divorced, so for pickup line tea time today, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, clearly there is a lot of backstory, and this is just going to be, like, the very long story short, like, the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So, Aaron and I have always kind of struggled financially, and we have always barely made it. Let's just put it at that. We've always, like, got it done, but barely. And so then he moved into our most recent house, and he had left a job to try to do a different job. That job wasn't paying him well, and so he ended up falling behind. And we were behind, and he went back to his old job and couldn't catch up. And the mortgage company only wanted the payment in full, and they were not working with him. They were not letting him do a payment plan, so on and so forth. So we eventually foreclosed on the house. And so the weekend that we were moving out of the house that we foreclosed on, he was telling me that he wants to get me pregnant, and I said, absolutely not. This is not the time we're about to move into my parents' house, and I do not want to get pregnant right now. I don't have a baby. Well, lo and behold, that weekend, he got me pregnant. And I just will never believe that it was an accident. He said it was an accident, but I was like, I specifically said, no, I do not want to be pregnant. So don't you think he would be more careful or whatever? He knew I was not on birth control. We were both aware of what we were doing, clearly. But I just think that, we've never had an accident aside from Ella, which, again, we knew what we were doing, but didn't really want to be pregnant at the time. But in the past 7 years since that happened, we've never gotten pregnant unintentionally. And so I just think it's a weird coincidence that it happened right when we were foreclosing our house, which makes me feel like it was not an accident and he wanted a reason for me to stick around. Well, jokes on him, I did not stick around because it made me very upset and no longer able to trust him because I think he did it on purpose. So that's the very long story short. I'm going to get hate for that in the comments because people are like, it takes two to tango. I'm aware. I'm very aware. I have 4 kids. So.
Oh. 4? You got 4 of them?
Would that be the alligator be supposed to be down there though?
You got 4. And you talking about the one? You've been doing this.
I know.
I don't know why does it remind me of
What
Resident
goes
Evil?
down. However, I think that I just will never believe that it was an accident. So I cannot trust him. And that's why I'm getting divorced. But that's the very long story short. If you want to hear more of the lore, just follow me because I'm sure I'm going to talk about it at some point, but everyone was curious. So there's the tea.
Yeah, where do we even begin with this? I mean, how about just being honest and taking accountability? Because she kind of does it halfway where she says she understands that it takes two to tango, while at the same time saying he did it without her permission and it's his fault. That's why she's divorced. So which one is it? Because his birth control, the morning after pill, condom, there's a bunch of things that you could put in place if you really didn't want to get pregnant. If you really felt that way so strongly about it. But honestly, what I think is some women, they get that itch to be back in the streets. Even after you find out she got four of them things. She already got four with this man. But that urge, that itch to find out what the streets look like, once again, it's an itch that they gotta scratch. Because it can sound enticing enough, especially when your current circumstances
I remember this. I remember this. This was
favorable.
This was so
You're moving back into
irritating. Had to go up and down, up and down.
basement or whatever, and because your home got foreclosed on, you got struggling for whatever reason. You know, he has employment issues, whatever it is.
I so remember this so bad.
He don't really sound like quite to catch in the moment that you guys are dealing with these hardships that you're going.
Somebody down there at the bottom.
That's a bad situation, however you look at it. You guys are broke. He's the only one working. And yet you guys got time to be popping out more kids than you can actually afford.
So every jump I make, I got
people create their own circumstances, and then they'll complain and pretend as if it's someone else's fault. I've been there. I'm not having always.
Switch this guy going all the way down.
I'm up down,
going down,
but wasn't always like that. But I tell you one thing that I always did do. I always thought about my decisions and how it was going to have an effect on my future.
Just a pain in the ass.
And I think that's a big reason why I'm in the position I am in now. And many times what I find is that people don't tend to think like that. They make decisions without really contemplating and thinking. Matter of fact, they don't even make decisions. They just do without thinking. And then as a result, now they come to
I don't even remember.
Whatever. But unfortunately, their adaptability sucks. And ultimately, people end up suffering.
No, this is a pain ass
what ends up being created as a result of
that.
In this case, those kids. Now she
down there, dying, whatever.
Now they got to deal with the issues of co-parenting.
Running around fighting, I don't know what it is. Maybe a lion or something.
Daddy in the house, whatever it is. All because two adults got together and really didn't think shit through when it came to life. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Questions, comments, those things. You know, I appreciate you guys. Take the time to chime in. Don't forget you enjoy any part of the content. Smash the like button. Oh
shit! This was a problem. That's what the problem. It was that mostly coming rolling around here. Surprised me every turn too. I remember that. Man, I don't remember what the shit is though. I saw it was nice. I'm like, oh damn, not that again. I remember it so much. So much that I don't remember. What did you know? It's my hell of a puzzle. So indeed, you gotta figure out where everything at. About to be afraid of the shadow. Around the shadow. Okay, I'm just gonna drop down here. I don't know what else right now. I know if we back somewhere. I see you. I see the bats now. I mean, when I first had the game, I couldn't see where the bats was. I couldn't tell what bats was at. I could see the bats, huh? It's another bat. I see the bats. I don't see no labor, so it must be. I know it's another level, so this is a tricky part because I had the level right there. Could be a bat down there. I don't know. Can't even tell. Wait till I jump over there. So, I got wait till I jump over there and then that bat gonna come out. I remember something down there. It must have been a tiger or a lion or something. There's something down here. There's some on 4 legs me rolling up down there. I don't know how many. But I know something down here. Somehow I thought to work my way back up there. Oh shit. Oh well. I'll find out what's down here. I gotta open the door first, right? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to get these keys to go through that door. I don't know whatever it is coming from either. I guess I better get ready then. I better get ready. Huh? I could have sworn I was gonna be getting attacked down here. I guess I have to open them doors. I know something down here. I know something down the wind. It must be coming from them doors. From them doors. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I just remember being here. That's all I remember. It was like constantly going up and down, up and down. I gotta figure out how to get back up here at the thing at the top here. I don't remember. No. I don't remember this level either. I might have never even got through this level before because I don't remember this part. Oh shit, no, I don't. I would have never remember this part. I would have remembered that. Damn. I'm glad I ain't oh shit. Nope, I don't remember. Oh my god. Nope, I don't remember coming in here before because I would have never just walked through there like that. Just like that. God damn. Oh, I probably did. I don't remember though. I don't know. Shit. I mean, it doesn't go nowhere. No. I do remember some of this. I remember I had to get these keys to open that door, and I did. I think I eventually did that. So I did have to go through this before. I had to have gone through some of it before. I'm gonna need the firepower. I know that. I know I need that firepower. And I know something's gonna happen after I get some doors open. Oh, what the fuck? They had one here. Damn. I don't get it. Oh, that's when you activate. It's spinning. I didn't know that. I already hit that switch. I don't remember. It like gotta be pulled down. What is one of those things I had to get to that door before it closed? Oh my, because I hate that. I don't even know what that door is. Let me see how it late. Probably is.
Once you begin dating an Asian lady, you'll soon forget what it feels like to be a lonely American man in your 50s or 60s. Empty evenings and the absence of someone to share joyful moments with will disappear when you meet a woman who fills your life with warmth, happiness,
Hey, all being seen. And today we're reacting to a video titled 15 Childless Lost Her Job and Refuses Reality. Let's get right into it.
You ever lose your job at 50 and think, I should have been a rich auntie by now? You know, I didn't think that I would be in a position at 50 years old and be unemployed. You know, when you're in your 20s and you lose your job, you just think, all right, I'll just get another job. You know, it is what it is. And this time, this ain't the first time I've been in a situation where I've had to get another job. Ain't the first time.
So, straight
But
up, you
this
never
time,
go.
it's a little different this time. Because unlike in the past, you know,
Show me another job.
when if I was put in a situation where I
Oh,
lose
my
my
God.
job or if you lose my job,
Oh, shit.
I would be
Shit gonna
frustrated,
happen.
but I would, instantly go out and get another job. This
You
time
never
I'm
go.
surprisingly at peace and calm. I have to take some time to think about it like that. Like, why am I so calm? And I know I'm unemployed. I know how high things are. I know how expensive it is. Why am I so at peace? And you know what I figured out? I'm at peace because I know I can count on it. And it could have just been.
No, you can't count on you. You have failed at life. Ladies, when you hit the wall this hard, you're 50 years old, you're unemployed, you have no kids, you have no man, you're masculine, and you're difficult, you're still telling yourself you can count on you. No, you can't. You have fumbled your life, and you still refuse to accept it. This lady is still in denial. Lady, it's time to pull up your big girl panties and face the facts. You can't count on yourself. You put yourself in this situation. You didn't choose properly. You didn't. I don't even know what else to say. I mean, this is a waste of life, ladies. I think a lot of people are going to head in this direction until they course correct harshly. I mean, really hardly. Okay. Anyway, take a look at this video. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Stop sitting here saying men ain't prize or men ain't a fucking trophy. Yes, the fuck they are. Yeah, they are. Because who the fuck sit here and wait years to get married? You ain't gonna get married, right? We don't know nobody else. Oh, okay. Who the fuck have to drop down to their knees and propose? Not you, bitch. Go propose to yourself and be by your goddamn self if you feel like that. Stop being one-sided when it comes to these men. The more you sit here and say, men ain't the prize, men ain't the motherfucking trophy, is the longer you're gonna be fucking single, bitch. You one of the ones that wanna be married so bad. And you wondering why you attracting gnats. Why you attracting bad bugs in your motherfucking life. Look what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, you attracting bed bugs. Yes. In fact, you are that. You are the bed bug. We're trying to avoid people like you, okay? She made a good point. Men are minority rights because y'all women been waiting around 20 years for the unicorn man to come along and save her life. Oh, yeah, I'm going to wait. My legs closed. I'm going to be celibate for my husband. I'm going to hold this out for my husband. What is imaginary man you guys going to hold it out for? Y'all keep, I'm going to hold out for him. He ain't coming. But the fact that you're waiting for him shows that you value the man, and the man is the prize. Kudos to this girl. I really appreciate that. I like that analogy. Anyway, I thought this was a great video as well. Take a look.
Nothing is crazier to me than the fact that we live in a world where a man can apologize sincerely, wholeheartedly, buy the flowers, buy the cards, and a woman's response, 9 times out of 10, will almost always be,
Oh,
oh, you're
boy.
only doing this to save your ass. Or, oh, you're only
Alright,
doing
what do I
this
do?
now that I'm upset. So you mean to tell me that when
You
a
got to
man
put me on there and I'm dead.
apologizes,
So,
he's still in the wrong
what
because
the fuck do you
he
do?
didn't apologize the way that it went in your head or what your imaginary expectations assumed. Another example of this is that
Oh,
a
okay.
man
You
can
can jump over
plan
it.
an entire vacation,
I'm trying to grab that
but
leg,
his
though.
wife or girlfriend will complain the entire
Oh,
time.
come on.
Like, oh, you
Hit
picked the
that when you
wrong
do that.
flight.
Shit.
Oh, you got us
That's
the
the
wrong
only
seat
drawback
on
to
the
this
plane.
game. It's just
Oh, you
analog.
didn't pack the right shoes.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
You know, it wasn't the place that I thought we were going to stay. So she'll bitch the entire time because it doesn't work. The imaginary
Why am I
in
coming
her
up here?
head.
And what's even worse about this, ladies, you don't in anyone imaginary's plan. Ain't nobody imagine a difficult, out of shape,
Turn out I had to come
older
up here
woman
anyway
like
because I got
you
the
when you
damn
sit
key.
around thinking about life gonna be the way you imagine. It ain't gonna work for y'all. Hey, listen up, Shake Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by a woman? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's gonna teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win women without words. The chances are you're not ugly. You just talk to damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content. Look at that 50-year-old lady. She hit the ball hard. She thought life was gonna be bitter. She thought life was gonna be so sweet. Now it's bittersweet. She thought she was gonna be a rich auntie, but now she's broken, unemployed at 50. Can you imagine that? I do want to address some of her points. One of her points she said was really interesting. Was like, women will say, "Oh, you're only apologizing to save your ass." Duh. Like, why? Like, you're only buying flowers to save your ass. Duh. Like, should I not? Should I not be trying to smooth things over? Right? Oh, and it's like when we apologize, we're still wrong. Right?
Just another insult.
You're
Just another
wrong.
insult.
If
You
you
just
take
like the insult.
accountability, you're wrong. If you don't
He
take
needs
accountability,
to be about himself.
you're damned if you don't. This is why a lot of you women, y'all getting left in the dust. Y'all getting left behind. And the fact that there are a lot of women complaining on vacation is a great point. Nothing can satisfy you guys. Nothing can satisfy y'all. And that's why I thought to myself now, like, my goal in life now is to just avoid chaotic women. I caught up with a disagreeable woman this morning, and she wanted to come over this weekend and get smashed. She's trying to make a date appointment. But I'm trying to have a regular conversation with her, and I realized, yo, this girl's so difficult, disagreeable, she's working so hard against what I'm doing, right? Like, if I say one thing, she want to work hard against it.
I thought I heard a lion
I
down
don't
there.
need a disagreeable booty call. I'm going to just get ready, y'all. I'd rather my lotion in my hand, and I'll do the job. You feel me? To be around you goofy women who are so hard-headed they can't get along with nobody, it ain't worth it. Like, check out this. Check out.
Hey, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I know statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be fucking hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore. Because these men make it so hard. They make it so hard to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just fucking surviving. Trying to raise these kids. Trying to do the best you can. And you get $250 a month. What the fuck? That is pennies. That is the gas money it has taken me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to post this.
What the hell? I
And I'm glad you did post it because you know what? We need more professional women like you. You are a goofy. You're a goofy town. You tell women don't get married unless they plan to be on single moms. Why? You know, it's so funny to me that just because your life went out bad, you think everybody got to end up bad like you. You know, there's some happily married women. I'm proud of my sister. She's a happily married woman. You know what? They're living, pretty decent life. They got a house, they got a couple kids together, all under one roof. They got family like me. I'm the good old uncle. My dad's a good old grandfather. And things are going to be all right. But for you women that choose poorly, this is what the result's going to be, right? And y'all always black woman this, white woman this. Well, here's a white woman miserable as a single mom. But my sister's black and she's happy as a wife with kids. So
Oh,
I say this to say this. Life, lady, is what you make it. The biggest problem you're going to have to face is choosing properly. Y'all open up your legs so easily. Y'all don't realize you're in a world of pain if you chose poorly. She chose poorly. So look, instead of blaming everybody, the world is, the world's not fair, pull up your big girl panties and deal with it. Okay, $250 a month. Yeah, you only got $250 a month, but guess what? You're splitting the custody. You gotta drop them off at the dad's house, right? You should have, if you didn't want your life to be so hard, you should have just worked it out. A lot of you women leave your marriages just for a harder situation. You jump out of the frying pan into the fire, and you want everybody to feel bad for you. We ain't gonna feel bad for you. I only want TikTok. TikTok ain't gonna give you more child support. They're not. They're not gonna watch your kid. Okay? They're not gonna date you, wine and dine you, so you can feel better. No. In fact, you can show them then. So run. If a man come across you, run. Okay? You single mothers need to unite and live together. Anyway, here's another crash out. Take a look.
It's up to $750. Find it at BioLife. Up to $750 is waiting for you. Just donate plasma, get paid for each donation the same day, then treat yourself and treat friends. Schedule your appointment today.
There's only 3 keys, right?
I didn't believe I'd ever lose those last few pounds until I stepped on the scale. Factor is my favorite habit for losing weight sustainably. I'm not even cooking. Factor gets delivered to my door each week. Then I just eat it in 2 minutes. No prep, no kitchen cleanup. I'm doing keto-friendly meals, delicious protein options, and absolutely zero extreme diets. Stop counting calories and start looking forward to how to feel. Once you get out of 8 weeks, start with 50% off your first bottle.
The older I get, the more I realize how undesirable it is to hang out with women who do not have hobbies. They don't do YouTube, they don't do Bible study, they don't hike, they don't do anything. They are just so male-centered. Everything about them, everything that surrounds them, everything that they are attached to is so male-centered. Everything, the entire conversation comes back to their boyfriend, their husband. Everything comes back to a man that they are dating. And it's so exhausting to be friends with people like that because you could really just be telling them about your day and they will bring up their husband, their boyfriend, etc. in some capacity. Everything that they have going on is about a man. Even when they're asking for advice about their boyfriend or their man or whatever, they will pose it in a way that they're asking for advice, but they're really not asking for advice. They just want a way to talk about their what they have going on, and it's just like they don't have anything else going on but this person. Everything.
And you're just jealous. You came on here to make a video about people you despise, people you dislike, and the video's going viral because a lot of women feel like, oh yeah, I can't hang around women who center men and center men. Why not? Why not? Well, I thought feminism was about the ability to. So you're only happy if women don't choose men. You only want to be around women that choose God, choose hobby, things passion, topic. That women that have friends, that's all they talk about. Those women who are middle
Thanks. This was way better than the original.
These women have no idea they're going to end up with the 50-year-old woman in the very first video. You thought, oh, my career. I'm going to choose a career over a man. After that job fires you, and now you're broke in your 50s.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I didn't think life was going to end up this way. How did you not? You keep decentering men, and you thought you're gonna be safe out here and happy and in a great relationship. It's not
It's
gonna
supposed to be
work like
full
that.
keys.
Women, y'all don't know y'all the social creatures. Y'all the social gender. Y'all the social sex. Y'all need connection. You need happiness. You need connect thrive. That's why older girls men have this connection is part of what it means to be a woman. I'm not feel for
Oh
you.
shit.
Just like over there. Everybody is like, right? A lot of these girls are pretty. Because ultimately, even if they're single, even if they descend on men, they still want prick.
Yeah, I'm testing
They still
first.
want
I
to
ain't
suck
saving this
prick,
yet, but
fuck prick, be around prick, get
or
prick smacked, all
I
that,
could
right?
save that.
They still want to have prick in their life. They don't want men in their life. So my question to you ladies, do you hate men? Do you hate men? Do you still want to suck prick? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Make up your mind. Anyway, here's another girl I thought was really interesting. Talking about all you big girls. Take a look.
Have y'all needed a part two and things your big ass can't buy you grocery store because you haven't stayed in the map? I got you. It's the Walmart edition. Okay? You know, it's not even Halloween, so you know your big ass gonna finish all of these bags by yourself. Don't do it. These are nasty as shit anyway. I don't even know why you like them. Nope. Absolutely not. All of them, Biggie. You can't have any of them. No, Hippo, your arteries are clogged enough. This just pissed me off, because why? Absolutely not, you will. I'm not gonna hold you, these look good, but fuck no. No, because you're gonna say it's for the kids, but you're gonna have half the box, so no. Popcorn is not a healthy snack, I'm sorry. Jarred cheese, you can get these though. They're delicious. And again, not to be Captain Obvious, but there's nothing on this aisle for you. I hope this helps.
And you know they packed their shopping cart just like. But I thought to myself, you know, this is the second video I'm coming across her, and I'm like, what is her deal against big girls? Because just like that girl that had something against male-centered women, why are you so worried about big girls? It's just random, right? Like, you know, and so I was like, I did something stupid, and I found out why. Take a look at this. So it turns out Mo used to be a big girl. Yeah, she used to be a big girl. Now, she went on
Everything
a
they do
fitness
is
journey,
reflection on themselves, and
and so
even
she
they
might have lost
got
some weight.
issues,
When you see the starting
and
point,
they always got
it
issues.
kind of explains her
So
issue, okay? And so, to me, I think, you know, when you see people going so hard at something, you might want to question it. Now,
I
some
wonder
people might
was
say
that
that about
supposed
me.
to
Why
come
you go
down
so
here?
hard about relationships, and dating, blah, blah.
So what
Well,
the
it's the
fuck?
one thing I have a lot of experience in, and yeah, I've had my own share of nonsense in relationships.
So that's
Right?
supposed
I'm
to
not
have
bitter,
that
I'm not
blocked
mad
out?
about it,
Wait a
because
minute.
ultimately I've realized
Oh, they
that
brought
I
that
can take
blocked
my
out. Oh, I
knowledge,
guess I'm
my
supposed to go up
experience,
there.
and the
I
fact
guess.
that I'm authentic and
I
I'm
don't.
logical and I tell
I
the
don't
truth
understand
and
that.
I'm objective to make a career out of it. Why not? Right? And the funny thing about all this, me making these videos, that's going to help
That
me
brought that down.
attract
I guess
more
I'm supposed
women,
to do
right?
that.
Becoming successful attracts more women. But these women bashing fat girls or bashing male-centered women, I don't know how it's going to help y'all. You see what I'm saying?
It's funny
So
to play something I
please
already
help me
played years
understand
ago and
how it's
still
going
don't
to help
remember
y'all.
nothing. I mean,
Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. This is another girl bashing other
I really
girls.
remember
It's kind of a trend now. Take a look.
Call me a hater all you want. I'm never listening or taking advice about confidence from someone who has to surgically reconstruct themselves to walk out of the house happily.
Oh, I think that was.
The amount of you on now, before I say this, I don't care what you do with your body. Do what you want to do. But you can't unnaturally alter yourself and then talk about other women's looks and appearances. You can't get surgery. You can't go get a BBL and then call someone else flat. You can't go get lip fillers and then make fun of someone else's lips. You can't go get fucking tattooed lip tint and then go talk about someone else's lips not being cute. You can't go get literal altering, lipo sucks and then go tell someone else to get in the gym. You can't sit there and get fucking tit implants
Just
and then
mad
talk about
because women
someone
don't
else's
want you no
titty being
more.
tacky. That's what a lot
Now
of
you
you
want to
bitches
complain
do. When
about.
I say bitches, I'm talking about bitches, not women. Bitches and women are two different things. Learn that shit now. Okay? You bitches. Your only self-worth has ever been what you look like and nothing else. And that's why you get so fucking mad when someone like me comes on here when I don't feel the shit to be the most presentable, when I can wake up in a fucking bonnet, fucked up hair, and not even wash my face half the time, and still get thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Because what I'm saying is what people like. It's my personality. It's who I am. I know I'm pretty as fuck. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't need you to.
Slow down there now.
You is not pretty as fuck.
Yeah, I was with you for a little bit.
You
Now,
is
some of
not
the key
pretty
things
as
you
fuck.
said
Get
was
the fuck
never
out of
take
here.
advice from a BBL bandit. All
Oh,
you
we don't want
girls
to
with them
complain, man.
custom tits
We just want
acting
fun.
like your shit don't stink. She's here to tell you it does. It does. Now look, I agree. You might
I
not
know
want to
somebody
take
just like you
advice from a
got
girl who has
got
so
an
much
attitude.
cosmetic surgery. Well, who's taking advice from a girl with a bull ring in her nose? Right? The septum ring, I get it. I have some homegirls that do it. But I just want y'all to know this, right? It looks like a booger hanging from your face from far away. It doesn't make us want to approach. And we know that nose ring gets a bunch of boogers in that nose as well. I'm just saying. So this thing you put that's an ornament, it's not flat. I don't even think it improves your looks. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I just think a lot of women are doing it because they're rebellious. And they do anything that's rebellious. And it's in style. And a lot of women just follow other women's style. But if y'all ever ask our advice, we'll tell you don't do this. Now the second thing I want to say about her, I'm cool with that she's like supporting natural bodies. But natural bodies is not an excuse to be overweight. This girl clearly is a big girl. If you just look at her, you see the dimensions. She's pretty square. She might have a rack. She pretty much has rolls underneath.
I
I'm not
forgot
trying to
why would
shame
I
the
need to
big
push
girls,
this
but when
anywhere?
you open up your mouth, you got to be ready for criticism. People criticize me all
Oh
the
my
time.
god,
Oh,
yeah,
how
well,
you curse
that's the
and have
reason.
a cross on your head, and how do you do this? And, you're supposed to be a Christian. And listen, I believe in God. I ain't say I was perfect. I just believe in it. Okay, I'm just letting you know how I look at the world. The way I look at the world, Jesus Christ is king. Okay, if you don't believe he is, that's your problem. Okay, but I'm just telling you what I believe. Okay, it's not me trying to say that I am the perfect Christian. I am not. Okay, if you want to find a perfect Christian, go watch Myron Golden. He might be the perfect Christian. Okay, he literally married his wife, lost his virginity to his wife, has a family, kept it together, and became rich. That might be the perfect Christian. And he did it all while praising the Lord. Okay, me, I'm not no paragon. Don't follow me. Don't worship me. I'm just a man with a plan. Okay, with a plan to make millions on YouTube. Anyway, I thought this video was pretty interesting as well. It might not be what you thought it is, but I want you to take a look. When you write, your tone influences how readers respond. With Grammarly, just highlight your text and type how you want to sound. Get your message right every time. Download it for free at Grammarly.com.
As a therapist myself, I know how important it is to be able to have someone that you can talk to about your problems, bounce ideas off of, process your traumas, and progress, especially when life is getting out of hand. And although everyone should have therapists like that they can talk to, sometimes it's difficult to find the right person who's the right fit for you. Thankfully, BetterHelp has an online quiz and tool that streamlines the entire process for you. To better help you find a therapist that's going to meet your needs by asking you what your preferences are, what your experiences are, what kind of therapy style you're looking for, and that way it can match you with the best therapist specifically for you. Thanks to BetterHelp's online platform, actually communicating with your therapist, whether it be via messaging,
So I'm ready to go down to the bottom of this level. This was the whole level.
you so that you can have flexibility
Son of a bitch.
not only anytime, but also whether that be at home, at a park, in your car, whatever's most convenient for you. Things are flexible so you can get the help
Why
you
didn't I
need.
save it? I
If you
got
feel
that.
like you're in hard times, you can try out BetterHelp.
So now I
It
believe it's
is
ferocious level.
always so scary when you come across a demon that is specifically assigned to you. Like, I just recently had a situation where somebody was trying so hard to kick it with me and get next to me, and that was a red flag because I'm like, oh, why you trying to get next to me so bad? Make a long story short, I noticed character flaws, and I decided I don't want to be your friend. I don't like how you move. I don't like how you think. I don't like how you carry yourself. We're the total opposite. I'm good. So I expressed that in a very respectful way. Hey, I don't do stuff like this. I don't have friends that do things like this. So I'm good, right? But we still cool as no beef. The problem is you bitches love to make shit beef when a hoe don't want to fuck with you. That's the problem.
They
If
complain about other
somebody
women.
just don't want to fuck with you because of your character, stop trying to make it beef. Because at
Y'all
this
worry about having
point, it's
friends.
delusional
Y'all saying
one-sided
you
beef
without
because you only
friends
one
and y'all
man.
got drama all the
When
time and
you
blah 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 blah
decide
blah
that
blah.
you
I don't
are
really give a
above
shit to hear about this.
someone's character
I don't care
and that
about
they
this
do
video.
not qualify to be a part
I
of
don't
your
even want to
life,
hear him talk about
they're
this.
going to.
I thought you probably talking about using their jobs. And he talking about other women.
They gave me other things to say. I didn't say it. Listen, it's not in promo. It's not an act. I'm not going out there and doing act anymore. They can say it's part of the act if I'm trying to
Ah! You still got duck it?
Bruh, this
They can't turn it off no other way.
this woman
You really gotta
Rousey
actually run
is
through that.
bugging, okay? She recently came out
What the
and she
fuck?
spoke out
Is
once
they
again
serious?
about the WWE. This
I never
woman
knew how
is
else
just
to go through
irrelevant.
here.
Nobody
Like, you
cares
really
about
actually
her
gotta
anymore.
run through that.
But let's just go ahead and see what Ronda Rousey recently said about the WWE, okay? Let's start off from the beginning. This right here is exactly what caused all the controversy. She essentially just went at Alexa 5 years ago at this point. I think it was like before like the lockdown era, so right there,
Oh shit!
it's like damn near
You
already
actually
5
gotta
years.
run through
Anyway,
that.
so
That's some
she
crazy
says,
shit.
the fact they had me fighting Alexa
Really
Bliss
gotta
and
run through
all
that.
was that thing ridiculous. You want to know why they had me go up
Be
against
adventure,
Alexa Bliss?
ain't you?
Because she had the most sales at the time. Merch sales. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I knew it was a
That's your
tiger
decision-making process? I mean, what else is this supposed to be, bro? Like, you're over here, right? You're over here wrestling against Triple H. Alright, you had that done. Alright, you're tossing it through tables. You had a match with Alexa Bliss. You had a match with Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler. Like, what else is there for you left, dog? Alright? You came into the WWE on the tail end. I mean, after you failed in the UFC, okay? I mean, I don't want to say failed. She had a massive success, but you know how she exited the company, alright? She was all in her, like, feelings, acting like a damn drama queen, you know, being a bully, and then she got clapped by Holly Holm, and then she just went into fucking suicide. She spiraled into down like almost dead. But anyway, and then there are like some other comments that was brought forth by MJF, alright? So like MJF kind of like tackled this as well. It's like almost as if professional wrestling is a business just like any other, right?
Hold on, this man running around with the lions?
And some Mark was like, yeah,
You
when
serious?
Lexi made her look good in the match where he needed Bliss was literally the champion, if I remember correctly. I don't get this straight. Bury the office if you want to, but I don't see the benefit of this. MJF says, made her look good, know what you're talking about. Ronda Rousey was a superior athlete, however, it was good. It was the best maybe, yada, yada, yada. Like, I'm going to start talking about whether or not Alexa Bliss made Ronda Rousey look good in the ring, when both of them wrestled like 2 months, okay? Let's be real about it. I mean, all Ronda Rousey feels like this is you know what I'm saying? That's all he does, bro. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, and let's tackle some other comments she made. I mean, she's literally just being a sour woman. That's one thing I just can't stand. It looks like a really sour woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too red pill. You know, I wanna lay the pill down, but the pill just seems to just be on the table at all times. Okay? And then she goes on to say, I don't know if I'll be part of the story about how women are main events in 10 years, but I don't give an F. Now, the real reason as to why Ronda Rousey even was an interesting figure to begin with in the WWE was by the point that she was even in the WWE, we already had like the female revolution, quote unquote, right? The post NXT Brooklyn takeover with like Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, Becky. I mean, they were already there, right? Obviously, when you add something like Ronda Rousey to the picture, even though she got like completely destroyed by Miz, she still carried some legitimacy in terms of like being value. That she made the right decision to go to the WWE, but this is what she's doing. This is what she's doing. The WWE.
So look at that guy. It was a guy running around, man. What the hell he doing down there with those damn lions?
Entered the WWE,
That don't make no sense.
you know what I mean?
He would have been already been dead. How he running around there with lions?
In the WWE, I'm going to follow her as well. This is the problem.
Is that an old Tomb Raider flaw? Cause what the hell he doing down there? I'm running, trying to run from these damn things.
12 months of limited $50 per month. That's how.
Why would I do that?
No, let's get you. It's mint. It's a real cold line.
Bullshit.
Use online, so it's easy. Go now, don't wait. You thought to review only while it's off. Take it later.
Hi, I'm Brett. And I'm Jonathan. This is Darla. And this is Buddy. We're the founders of the Farmer Stuff. We've made an entirely new way to feed your dog.
Oh, I'm so ending this level after this, man. That whole level was this. This the whole level right here. What the fuck?
It's just love at first sight. She
Spend my whole level in this damn hurry right here.
smart and dumb.
I mean, it's clever as hell, though.
Just constantly around. Nothing
I
seemed
wanted
to
to be
help.
outside on this level or
Someone
something.
recommended that I started cooking for her. All of her issues went away. Her life changed. Brett started going down this journey, looking into what is dog food, how is it made. Kibble can be made with ingredients that would be illegal to sell to a human for consumption, then turned into a powder using extreme heat, extruded into the brown balls we all know, and then sprayed with nutrients and pellets so the dogs will actually eat it.